All right. So this meeting is for all interested parties in Cryptex. And we still got some people coming in. Just give me one moment here. All right, here we go. So this meeting is for all interested parties into Cryptex. And it is my goal for everyone that is on this call today to have a clear understanding of what Cryptex is, how it works, and you're going to get to see a real live example from my back office Cryptex account. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it visible? Okay. So first of all, people, it's understandable when people hear about Cryptex for the first time, there's an overwhelming thought that just penetrates their mind, and that thought is, yeah, right. There's no way that this could be true, right? And I was one of those people as well, except that this information was brought to me by someone that I feel is reliable and that I heavily trust and I've known for years. And so that doesn't mean I didn't do my own research, though, right? I did my own research, looked into this, and I am convinced 100% that this is a legit project. I'm convinced because of a few things. The blockchain record that is public, it shows the payouts that they're making on a daily basis. And it wouldn't make sense for them to be paying out millions and millions and millions a day if it weren't for them doing what they say that they are doing. The other thing that makes me convinced is we have a record of someone who has publicized or documented their payout. But Cryptex has been around for since 2016. And so that means they have been making payouts from 2019 up until now. We don't have anybody out there saying, I purchased a contract and did not get paid. So for those reasons, those were some of the reasons, but those are the main reasons why I definitely feel that this is a legit project. What you are looking at right now is my overview balance. That whatever number you see there in green, that is available money that you can take out at any time. It will say funds available with a lock that's unlocked there. And so right now, my contracts are still new. The contracts I purchased some 2-year contracts, I purchased some 3-year contracts, and I have a 5-year contract. So the earliest I'm going to get paid from contracts will be 2027. I'm going to show you all my contracts with all the dates associated with them in just a second. But right here is where you're going to see money that is unlocked. When your contract matures, that money will show up in this section as unlocked. Well, if you have contracts and you're waiting for your money to be matured from the contract, it's a wonderful opportunity by sharing this opportunity if you choose to. So this is money just sitting in my account waiting for me to withdraw. I just made a withdrawal like 2 days ago. That was the last time I made a withdrawal. 2 days later, you see the amount that's there. And that's a wonderful way to make an income. But that is what we'll get into on a later basis for people who feel that this is something they would like to do as far as sharing the opportunity. The purpose of this is to really get into the contract material. So this next step right here, this next heading, it says overview total staked balance. This number that you see here is the entire loan amount that I have accumulated from all of my contracts. I have 22 contracts, and it's the total loan amount I've received from the banks plus the profit that I've received so far from staking. Now, if you're involved in crypto, if you've been involved in crypto, you've heard the word staking before. What is staking? Simply, when you lock up your coins so that the ledger can use your coins for ledger operations, maintenance operations, and other things that keep the network going, things that keep the network, viable and useful. When you lock up your coins for that use case, you get rewards. Anybody can stake. You don't have to use Cryptex to stake. You can stake all by yourself. Cryptex, however, has formed partnerships with people that are anonymous. We don't know who these people are, but they have formed partnerships with other banks and insurance companies. And the banks are saying, we will put up a starting capital to start staking with. So let's say if I wanted to start staking and I have, $10,000 or maybe $5,000 of money that I want to earn and I want to invest over time. One of the powerful things you can do with staking is compound your rewards. So when you get your staking rewards, you don't spend it, you don't cash it out, you add it back to you lock those rewards up and add it to the original crypto that you already put down. That's compounding interest. It's no different than anything we've been doing with the fiat United States dollar. It's just now this is crypto. So there's a way to use a staking protocol where you can compound the staking rewards, add them back to the profit every day, and that accumulates in a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful way. So when you combine the staking protocol with smart contracts, what are smart contracts? Smart contracts are going to be set up by the issuer, and it's going to algorithmically pay everyone out based on a predetermined set of circumstances where it's automatically going to pay out. Those circumstances can be interest rates. Those circumstances can be certain dates. Those circumstances can be a myriad of things. In this case, the circumstances are interest rates and certain amounts that must go to the bank each month, certain amounts that must go to the insurance company each month. And at the end of the project, all the money that's left in there is your money to keep after the banks have taken their money, after the insurance companies have taken their money. And people love to ask the question, why would banks do this? Why? Why would banks do this? The reason why banks would do this is because banks are in business for giving loans and making interest on loans. What better way to issue a loan when this is a loan that they know they're going to receive? You see, I don't have to pay back the monthly fees that these banks are getting. I don't pay that. I only paid a $100 installment fee for each contract that I bought. The staking rewards earn money, and the banks take their payments from that. And so right here, the 22 contracts I have accumulated $678,240 in bank loans that I've received that the bank is automatically going to get back via the smart contract on the maturity date. So far, the profit from that is $25,887. And that profit is going to continue to grow as my contract heads towards maturity. It shows here every single day, the average that you're going to earn is about 0.2% on a daily basis. The last day I earned profit, this is showing it was 0.09, which would give me about $480 on that day. So those are the specifics as far as percentages. Now I'm going to open up some of my actual contracts. As you see here, I have 22 active contracts. There are 5 options to choose from when it comes to contracts. We have staking for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. And 10 years, actually, it's only 4 options. 10 years is pending. We don't have a 10-year available option right now. Each 2-year contract pays out $22,000. Each 3-year contract pays out $35,000. Each 5-year contract pays out $471,000. And each 7-year contract pays out $1.2 million. Now, let's look at the ones I actually have. I'm going to look at the detailed overview, and I'm going to open up my contracts to show you guys exactly what I'm looking at. Give me one moment, because unfortunately, the one bad thing I don't like about the Cryptex website is it is slow. It's so slow. And sometimes it takes like, a minute or so to toggle between tabs or pages on the website. But just bear with me. We'll be there very shortly. This part right here is my favorite part, because not only am I getting money from my own contracts that are going to mature in the future, because I've decided to share this opportunity with other people, Cryptex is also going to pay you a percentage of their payouts as well. So whenever you bring somebody in, you're going to get, when their contract matures, whatever their amount is, you're going to get 8% of that amount. 8%. That's a huge amount. That adds up. So imagine, I want to go to my calculator, but I need to stay on this screen so we can load up. Just do the math on 8% of $400,000. We can round it. 8 times 4 is 32. So that's $32,000 per every contract in your organization that you brought somebody in. And now, because they're getting a payout of 400 something thousand, you're getting a payout for 32 for each person. Same thing with all the other contracts. So when you look at my rewards for referral staking, these are the rewards that are accumulating for me that are not contracts that I bought, but that are going to be coming from contracts that people bought that I introduced to the program. And that number has grown to $841,000. That is impressive. I've only been in Cryptex since February. Now, this is not money I can cash out today. This is money that is growing for me and that is still being compounded for me. And this money will begin to be paid out for me once I reach 2027. All right, so here we go on the next screen. This is not the screen I wanted to show you. I'm trying to get to the screen that shows my actual contracts. One second, people. Let's see. That's not the right screen. Hopefully, it won't take too long to get to the right screen. Give me a second. While I'm waiting for this screen to load, because what I'm about to do is show you each contract I have and the dates that they're going to pay out, and show you some details about how much the banks are making and all those things. It's easier to get to on my laptop. I may have to open up my laptop to get this information because I don't want it to be prolonged too long. But one moment, let's see what happens. All right. So what I'm showing here is an example of one of my contracts. This particular contract I bought 30 days ago, and it's a 2-year bundle.
Well,
the 2-year bundle pays out $330,000 in 2 years. And the cost for that is $1,000.
how do I get back to the screen?
Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, y'all good? Okay. So what it shows here under total stake balance, this is the loan amount I received so far, plus the profits that have accumulated. So far that's 457,000. Of that, 453,600 was the loan balance. So I have 15 contracts all together that equal that amount. Now, the profit I've made from this so far is $3,483. And that's again since about 30 days. This is going to continue to accumulate for me over time. And this will pay out on the payout date. So we see right here the contract DeFi 24-month bundle. I purchased this contract. I'll get to that in a second. The staking term you see is 728 days. It shows that the loan is 100% secured. Daily profit, and we have daily profits there. The monthly fee, there's a $210 monthly fee that goes to the insurance program. Do I pay that money? No. That money automatically comes out of the staking rewards. I don't ever pay that. There's also a handling fee of $30 a month. Do I pay that? Absolutely not. The loan interest is making $2,000, and the loan is again 100% secured, and it's 453,600. 15 contracts in this bundle, and I started this contract on June 24th this year, which means my contract end date is June 23rd, 2027. So I'm going to go back here in just a second because I'm going to show you where this money is going to end up on the platform and how you know you got paid. As you see here, all fees are automatically debited from your locked profits. Overview fees, it shows the $240 per month that's going to the bank. Again, I don't pay that money. This is the net profit I've received so far, and days remaining in this staking term, 698 days left. This is going to get down to zero, and this money is going to be in my account. This is a list of the last 15 days and how it's been performing the last 15 days, showing the profits that have been accumulating. It's a very small amount. Decimal 6, decimal 0.6, decimal 0.5, decimal 0.4, decimal 0.3. All these are very small amounts. But when you compound any amount of interest consistently, it grows like wildfire over time. It really, really does. Now I'm going to go back here. Be patient with me. Every time I go to another screen, the website is just really slow. That's really one of the main issues I have. And thankfully it's moving a little faster today. This is a list for everything I showed you. I can toggle on any one of these contracts and show you all of the same information. Each contract shows when I started the term, when the term is expected to end, how much the loan is, shows you the daily profits. It's all here and it's visible. Now I'm going to go back to my original screen, to my home screen, and I'm going to show you where the money ends up once you get paid. And we're going to talk about withdrawing. And y'all make some noise every now and then, so I know, so I don't be talking and not know.
We here. We got
Oh my goodness.
Pardon. I want to ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think you saw it in the text earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Crypto.to? Because I tried going there and it was legit, but I wasn't sure if it was the correct website.
No, Cryptex.to.
Excuse me, that's what I actually meant. Was
that's what you meant. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Cryptex.to. That's correct.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, and the website doesn't give. They need to update the website. They have. I think last time I looked on there, they had one of the products being sold out, but they're not.
I got a question I was trying to ask you, Cornelius.
Yes, sir.
How do you know on a blockchain the payouts is from Cryptex?
Yes, because their wallet information is public.
Oh, okay.
And so anybody's wallet information that they make public, you just put it in the Bitcoin blockchain. What is it? BTC.com?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and you can follow any wallet, if you have any wallet address, and they have made some addresses public.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a whole video that I've dedicated to that if you'd like to look at it on my channel.
Okay.
Yes,
I know
sir.
people be careful when you make deposits, because I made a deposit. I think I texted you about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it popped up as where I was sending the money to Bitcoin from is a saved address.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess every time you make a deposit, they give you a new one.
Yeah. I've heard that from other people. You got to make sure you're not saving that wallet address and think you're gonna come back a week or a day later and try to use that same one. You get a fresh one every single time, and that thing times out. So whenever you're making a withdrawal that way, you gotta be sure that you're using the fresh link.
Yep. Yeah,
that's a very good point. When it comes to payouts, I I don't like to use the withdraw button, you know, go into my crypto wallet. I like to use the internal transfers, and I use people who are in my upline, because that way we're sending the money through the system and it doesn't cost anything. So for example, I'll send, if I want to, let's say this money I have in my account right now, as you can see, it says I have $650. I made a withdrawal 2 days ago, and now I got this in here that I haven't taken out yet. To cash this out, I'm going to send an internal transfer to one of my upline people, and they're going to cash at me this amount. That's how we do it. We avoid all the fees doing it this way. The fees for sending Bitcoin across this network are like 17%. And so that's a really hefty fee, and it takes longer. And so it's much more efficient to cash out with using your upline sponsor. But when it's time to cash out, you know, 6 digits, you know, you'll probably eat the fee on that. Right. But yeah, that's the most efficient way of cashing out, especially if you're talking about cashing out rewards. So the money that shows right here where it says overview balance, wallet available, this is the unlocked money on your account that's available to withdraw, either from withdrawing to your crypto wallet or withdrawing through an internal transfer where you send the money to someone else's wallet, to someone else's crypto wallet. Someone else's Cryptex wallet via internal transfer, and you get a Cash App or a Venmo payment or something like that. Next, we see here the overview total staked balance. That's the screen. I was just showing you guys where it listed all of my contracts and had all the details and the dates and all of that. So I have 22 contracts active right now. I have 17 active contracts for the 24 month. So I have a bundle, like I said, that's going to pay out $330,000. Everybody still there?
Yes.
All right, bet. And then I have 2 other contracts that are going to pay out. So I'm going to get a close to $400,000 in 2 years just from those. Then the 3-year contracts, I purchased 4 of those. So 35,000 times 4, you know, you can do the math on that. That's a little over 120, right? And then I have 1 5-year contract that pays out $471,000. That one contract is going to pay out $471,000. Add to it, this is my favorite part, people, the overview profits. The profits that I have received from staking myself are nothing in compared to the rewards from staking, right? So when people come into the business, if you care to share the opportunity, you're going to get upfront money on that, but you get so much more back end money. Every person you bring in, when they get their payout, you're going to get 8% of whatever their payout is. And so you're not only getting rewards accumulated for your own contracts, but you also have the smart contract algorithm computing the rewards that you're receiving from all the people that you brought in. So you see how these two numbers can't compare. By myself, my profits are about 21,000. But for all the people that came in, my rewards are 819,000. This money will start to come to me and be available for withdrawal in 2 years. I'm going to have money flowing in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and 7 years, depending on the contracts that different people bought. The overview. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. That profits from staking, that 21K, is that for one contract? That seems like was that for one contract?
No, that's for all the contracts I have purchased accumulative so far.
Oh, so I guess the question is, in 2 years, will that number increase, or is it going to stay the same?
This number is increasing every day.
Gotcha. Okay, I needed that clarity. Thank you.
Yes, sir. It shows you over here where it says, okay, so y'all see this screen where it says overview total stake balance? Yes. Right here at the bottom half, last profit in. So yesterday, I made 0.09% on my balance. So the profit, so my balance increased by $489 yesterday. This week, my whole balance increased by $3,000. This month, my balance has been increased by $4,800. So that number, as it compounds, is continually growing and growing and growing, while at the same time, the insurance and banks are taking out their monthly payments. But when it matures, that money is going to have grown to the point where it matches the numbers that we're supposed to have. So if you look down here, where it says overview incomes, total unlocked. This for me right now is only in rewards. I don't have any contract incomes that have been unlocked yet. I won't get that till 2027. That will show up right here where it says DeFi contract terminated, unlocked. As your rewards, as your contracts mature and terminate, you will get paid out, and it will show here contract terminated, and that money is going to accumulate. I've been in back office trainings with people where those numbers are in the millions. Okay. So that will show up there. So far for me, the only thing that has shown is visible is rewards referral program. That is the right now money. That's the money you don't have to wait to receive. So while I'm waiting for my contracts to mature, I'm sharing this opportunity with people and I'm making money right now. This is the money I've made so far. $40,936. I have cashed that out. That's money that hit my account. I'm talking about my checking account. That's money that ended up in my checking account. That's all the money I've made since February of this year. And so I don't have problems cashing out with the referrals. I don't see why I'm going to have problems cashing out when it comes to the bigger money as well. That's just my showing you, my referrals and the leader program. I won't get into all of that today. But that's pretty much it. I want to spend the rest of the time asking questions because I'm sure a lot of people may have some more questions. Anybody else have any other questions or comments or anything that you feel is important to be addressed?
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
I was gonna say, all right. So
what's up, Sophia? I recognize your voice.
Hey. So I wanted to ask you for the money that you were able to cash out, the right now money.
Yes.
Did they send it to you? It was in Bitcoin, right? It's always given in Bitcoin, and you have to cash it out on Coinbase or wherever.
Yes, but you can avoid that with an internal transfer.
Okay.
If I hit this green withdraw funds button, I'm gonna do it just so y'all can see what it looks like. But I'm not gonna cash anything out. But when you hit the withdraw funds button, it's gonna take you. You're gonna have to copy the wallet address. You're gonna have to put in your, copy the wallet address of where you're sending it. Put in the amount, and then you hit proceed to confirm transfer.
Yeah.
And there's going to be, you see this conversion fee?
Yeah, 25.
If I'm just trying to send $250, I got to pay $25.
Yeah.
That's a big fee. That's a crazy fee. I avoid those fees. If we send the money internally through the Cryptex system, it doesn't charge fees. So I just send the money to somebody else and they send it back to me with a Cash App. Now I got to pay Cash App fees too. But they're nowhere close to the Bitcoin fees.
Well, you should get Zelle. Zelle is free.
Yeah, I do need to get Zelle. The current bank I'm banking with they don't offer Zelle. That's the only reason I'm not using it. But I use Cash App, I use Venmo, PayPal, all of that.
Okay.
Yep. Anybody else have any questions?
I want to piggyback off of what Sophia was just asking. And you said, so you're using the internal system to, let's say, send the crypto to your brother.
Yes.
And your brother is sending it to you via Cash App. How does it come to him? Like instead, because you're paying the fee if you do it.
Right.
Let's say you do it through that green button.
Right. See, my upline sponsor does two things. First of all, y'all need to know my upline sponsor makes $10,000 a day. That's how much he makes, $10,000 a day. What he's doing is, when people, it's the same thing. When you want to cash money out, it's better to go through the system. And when people are buying in, it's also better to go through the system. When you bought your Cryptex contracts, a lot of people sent Bitcoin to the Cryptex platform, and they had to pay a lot of fees for that. And you had to wait a little while for it to show up. Well, what my upline sponsor does, when people buy contracts, they send the money to him. And he sends an internal transfer directly to their account, right? So that's why he always is looking for people to buy Bitcoin from. He needs people to buy Bitcoin from. So when every time I'm like, yo, I got $1,000 in Bitcoin today, he's like, yeah, send it to me. So I send him 1,000 during internal transfer. And then when people need to buy contracts, they're going to Cash App him. And then he's going to send the money out through the internal transfer. So he gets paid the same way, but it's coming from people that are buying contracts, because he has the money on his account to send directly to for an internal transfer. That's how we do it, to avoid the fees and avoid the inefficiencies of, having to wait so long.
I got you. So basically,
it's a win-win for both sides.
So he keeps
100%.
So he keeps a bank of let's just say cash in his Cryptex account,
right,
to use as a transfer medium.
There it is. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Sophia.
No worries at all. I was actually one of the people that benefited from an internal transfer, by the way.
Absolutely.
So
it's just way more efficient that way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else have any questions? I appreciate everybody. I think everybody understands. And so I will be in further communication with all of you through email. And I appreciate you guys for rocking with your boy.
Thank you so much.
All right, everybody.
Thank you.
Everybody have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you all as well.